So I struggle with the same questions, and I don't pretend to have any ready-made answers or anything. But um, from my experience, I can relate uh, something I came to realize or came to see when I was under the influence of a psychedelic, which gets to your point about whether or not drugs of any kind can aid us in our path towards liberation or enlightenment or towards being in love with everything all the time. But what I saw was just that we are always already in love with everything, and it's only these veils, these obscurations in front of our vision um, that prevent us from resting in that ever-present love. Um, because we go about our day-to-day activities interacting with other people, not realizing that to even begin to communicate, there has to be that underlying connection. We ignore that so often, and that's really what prevents enlightenment. It's not that we don't have it, that we lack the basic ability to be enlightened. Um, it's that we ignore our already enlightened state. We ignore it because we think, oh, it's got to be better than this. This can't be it. And really, I think being enlightened is just, it's a form of acceptance of what always already is. It's not going to be, all of a sudden you realize how wonderful everything is. It's already that way. But you're ignorant of it because you want something more. And you think enlightenment can't be this normal, everyday life. And, I take a lot from Buddhism. And the first noble truth is that life is suffering. Um, the second noble truth is that the suffering is due to attachment, or craving, of whatever it may be. The third noble truth is that there is a cure um, to craving and therefore to suffering. And then the fourth noble truth is um, the Eightfold Path with various um, moral, not really rules, but suggestions that may help you along the way. Certain techniques of meditation to aid your understanding, um, certain bits of wisdom, and these are not supposed to, I don't think, make you just snap into enlightenment one day. Um, we don't have a free will from Buddha's perspective because there's no ego to try to do anything. So again, enlightenment would consist in just realizing where we already are. And it's something that can be cultivated, that we can work at understanding. But I think it's an ongoing process of continual cultivation, and we can sink deeper and deeper into the presence of the love that exists within us and everybody else at all times. But there's never a final point where you break through and all of a sudden you're in nirvana, because you're already there, right? So I think it's tricky, and maybe what I've been saying is totally wrong and doesn't even make sense. But this is how I try to relate to this question of whether or not enlightenment is possible. I think it is possible, but it's possible in a way we may not have first expected. It's not the sort of thing that the ego wants to have. That itself, the ego's desire to be enlightened, is what keeps us from enlightenment. So I guess I'll leave it at that, and let me know what you think.